Hello, everyone, and welcome back to theCUBE's coverage of the AWS Financial Services Symposium here in New York City. I'm your host, Rebecca Knight. I would like to welcome our next guest to the show. He is Todd McNabb, Chief Revenue Officer at PagerDuty. Welcome, Todd.
Hey, Rebecca, how are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to be talking to you.
Yeah, me as well. The energy here in New York City has been electric, and being at the AWS Financial Services Summit has been awesome. So you can just feel the energy everywhere around you. So it's great to be here, and thanks for having me.
Indeed. Well, let's start the conversation talking a little bit about what PagerDuty does, because you are there at a very critical moment for organizations, because it's when something goes wrong.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about what you do and why it matters so much for the financial services industry.
Yeah, give you a little bit of background on PagerDuty. We were founded in 2009. We have 35,000 customers. If you look at the Fortune 100, we're in over 75% of the Fortune 100 companies today. You look at the Fortune 500, over 50% of them. You look at Forbes' new AI 50, we're in over 60% of the world's leading AI companies. And then if you look at what we do for the financial services industry, it really rallies around three things. Trust, right? Providing trust to your customer, both internal and external, as well as risk mitigation. So think of us as making sure that we're looking ahead in terms of any incident or outage that may happen. And the third is really around essential IT. We become the essential IT provider and efficiency provider for many of these financial services today.
When you are talking with customers, what are some of the operational challenges that they're having? Where are teams struggling? Where does the conversation go?
Yeah, it's interesting. We just sent out a report last month, and it was called the 2026 AI Operations Report, and we developed it themselves. We interviewed 100 different banks. And in those 100 different banks, we asked them, like, what are the top challenges? What are the top things you're looking at? And each one of them had this notion of AI, how AI was improving what they were doing on a day in, day out basis. 78% of them said within the past 6 months, they've seen their operational efficiencies improve by over 15%. You look at, again, that same group of 100, 88% are looking to invest 10% or more in their 2026, 2027 budget into digital operations. And then lastly, this was a really interesting fact, 60% of those customers are using AI either in their day-to-day operations or putting it into their infrastructure and applications frameworks. So AI is this huge mass. It reminded me when I was down on the floor with Amazon, the EC2 days. Like the first instance of EC2 was launched in 2006. And here we are 20 years later, right, celebrating the first instance of EC2 being launched. And if you remember, it was really for developers, right? And thinking about CIOs and chief information security officers, to put a large ERP or composite application in the cloud was something that everyone was running from. And it really took about 5 to 6 years before people got comfortable with that. AI is accelerating much, much faster than that. And so I think you're going to see AI really become, how do we govern, how do we use, how do we make sure the data is clean, and how does it become helping us be more efficient in what we're doing in day in, day out operations?
Well, speaking of that, walk us through a customer example in terms of what the environment looked like before PagerDuty and what changed.
Yeah, so I'll give you a great customer example. We were with, last night, we had about 15 of our largest financial services customers in town. And we talked about how we were evolutionizing their incident management platform, moving from alerting to on-call to really being able to be predictive in terms of those incident managements. And so we developed a platform which we call Operations Cloud. And in that, when we look at is our AI and agentic framework. So we built a framework that ingests. We have an insight agent. So anytime there's an incident, it alerts you, and that's great. But what are we doing about that alert? So we have an agent called Insight Agent, and it orchestrates itself and takes all the telemetry data from all these different platforms and provides it to our Scribe agent. So think about an incident. Where's that incident happening? Whether it's from your network platform, your server platform, and it's providing it to our Scribe agent. Like just on an on-call, that Scribe agent provides it back to you on your phone or via digital, right? And so that Insight Agent then passes it over to the brain of our AI platform, which is called SRE Agent. That SRE Agent then looks at, has they seen this incident before, and can it remediate that incident automatically? But what the SRE Agent is doing is also bringing the human in the loop to look at, if I haven't seen that incident before, what do you want me to do about it? More so, our agent, our agentic framework is moving to predictive incident management. And that predictive incident management is seeing incidents before they happen. So think about PagerDuty as the backbone or the nervous center of everything that's happening in IT operations today, and our agentic framework are at the forefront of doing that.
If you could leave financial services leaders with one thought today coming out of this AWS Financial Services Symposium and our conversation, what would it be?
Yeah, we had that question last night. It's an interesting one. And I'd say AI is moving fast. Everybody's trying to figure out what to do with it, whether they're writing emails or doing performance reviews. But how do I incorporate it into my day-to-day? How do I help it with my business process? Putting a governance framework, AI governance framework around what you're doing. So, and then prioritizing where you're applying AI. Don't just apply AI everywhere at all at once, because the data has to be clean. So make sure you have a governance framework, make sure you have a data strategy, and make sure that you have something that's managing those agents that you're deploying. AI is moving fast, and one thing I would tell all the financial services industries is you got to be a part of it, but do it responsibly. Make sure that you're looking at how you're managing that AI and those AI agents across every aspect of your day-to-day business.
Great advice. Todd McNabb, thanks so much for coming on the show.
All right, thank you. All right, bye-bye.
I'm Rebecca Knight. Stay tuned for more of theCUBE's coverage of the AWS Financial Services Symposium.